Hello, and welcome to FASS 2021. We are bringing you it in a slightly different format this year, but I hope you enjoy it. We worked really hard to bring this to you, and you know what? In 1962, when FASS was founded, I don't think we ever could have imagined this, but here we are doing it in a virtual show with FASS. So welcome. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have a great time. The way we're going to help you enjoy it even more is by having you guys be a little bit of a part of the show. So what we're going to get you to do is we're going to get you to warm up with us. So for those of you who have been around for a while, you know what's coming. For those of you who are brand new, hop up off your couch. We're going to do a call and response warm up. I am the call. These guys are the response. You'll see them later in the show. I'm Victoria, the president. It's my presidential cape. Very exciting. And here we go. We're going to do some warm-ups. So up you get. Are you up? Ready? And thumbs together.
Thumbs together.
Elbows in.
Elbows in.
I'm singing in the rain.
Just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. Happy again.
Thumbs together.
Thumbs together.
Elbows in.
Elbows in.
Knees together.
Knees together.
Toes in.
Toes in.
I'm
singing in the rain. Just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. I'm happy again. Thumbs together.
Elbows in.
Elbows in.
Knees together.
Knees together.
Toes in.
Toes in.
Back bent.
Back bent.
Heads up.
Heads up.
I'm
singing in the rain. Just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. I'm happy again.
Thumbs together.
Thumbs together.
Elbows in.
Elbows in.
Knees together.
Knees together.
Toes in.
Toes in.
Back bent.
Back bent.
Heads up.
Hands up.
Tongues out.
Tongues out.
And smile, Bennett.
And smile, Bennett. I'm singing in the rain. Just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. I'm happy again.
Whew, okay. I am warm and ready to watch a show. I hope you guys are too. I am super excited to bring you FASS's first ever and hopefully maybe last ever video play. Really hard at it. I am so proud of everyone who did this. I'm super glad that we got to include some people who might not have been included otherwise. And I hope you enjoy. One day, when next year, hopefully, maybe a few years from now, I hope we'll possibly be able to join together on the stage again and bring the magic back to the theater. But until then, I hope you enjoy and here is FASS 2021.
Good evening, citizens of Dimension Goose, not to be confused with the Goose Dimension. I'm Ang Kaur.
And I'm Cohen Kaur.
And this is
Interdimensional News Live.
Interdimensional News Live, delivering the most important, up-to-date news from across the multiverse.
That's right. We're here in the interdimensional void, sitting 6 parsecs away from any other living creature. So masks are not required. And neither are pants.
Good one. Anchor laughs convincingly. Good one, Cohen. In today's news, time runs forwards for the first time in the backwards dimension.
Wait, if it's the backwards dimension, does that mean that time is actually moving backwards in relation to us?
No, that would be the inverse, temporally reflected opposite dimension.
Ah. In other news, galactic empire in your dimension, it's more likely than you think. Experts suggest up to half of the multiverse will fall under some form of imperial rule by the end of the century.
But not every galactic takeover is successful. Insert joke here.
And finally, the goose dimension is still angry, to the surprise of no one.
In other news, the year 2020 was quite a doozy for our home dimension. So much so that the Hollywood dimension has even produced an award-winning movie all about it.
The film, simply entitled The Totally True Retelling of the Year 2020, has swept the multiverse, even making headlines in the Blue Number Media dimension.
They have agreed to do a breakdown and review of the movie. Blue Number Media, we take it to you.
Right you are, Angkor. Let's review Michael Bay's latest disaster opus, The Totally True Retelling of the Year 2020. Phil, Mo, what did you think of it?
Ugh, where do I begin? I'm going to take a wild guess that the script was written by a middle schooler hopped up on Ritalin, writing an assignment to submit at the last minute, only it's half in Greek and half in Klingon. Then their dog ate their computer, so they hired a lumberjack to try to assemble the hard drive fragments into a film based on their recollection of an alphabet soup dream involving alpacas from 4 months ago.
I wish I could dream of alpaca bet soup.
Oddly specific, but still appropriate criticism. No opening credits, no establishing shots, just BAM! All of Australia is on fire. And I'm thinking, okay, we're jumping into the middle of something here. Alien invasion? Nuclear attack?
But that question is never answered, and Australia is never mentioned again. At least things start to get interesting when they segue to that crazy scene with the murder hornets.
I forgot all about the murder hornets. But then again, I forgot all about last weekend, too.
I wish I could forget the video you sent me last weekend almost as fast as the scriptwriters forgot about the murder hornets.
I sent that to you?
Listen, Chekhov explained this. If you hang the murder hornets on the wall in Act 1, then somebody must fire the murder hornets in Act 3.
Or, at the very least, make honey with them or something. I mean, why didn't they use that time to introduce the villain, or maybe give a bit of his backstory?
Right. What was his name again?
Oh, means fart in British slang?
Rhymes with hump.
Unimportant. It's not like he's ever going to be in a sequel. And if you thought their writing was bad up to this point,
We're not
let's
even
talk
going to
about...
try to decipher his Twitter account. What's a kofefe anyway?
Kofefe, classic. The childish writing of the farting hump character was entertaining once in a while. Even if you didn't like the writing, you have to admit that the casting choices were spot on.
Jeff Goldblum as the Fly, the Lantern Pence's head during the VP debate, was inspiring. But did they have to cast the first Black and first Indian vice president as Scarlett Johansson?
Oh, you shut your mouth. There is nothing my Scojo can't do.
We're jumping too far ahead in the movie. As if there wasn't already enough garbage packed into this dumpster fire, the writers introduced the pandemic storyline.
If you were writing a movie about a virus threatening all of humanity, wouldn't you give it a scarier name than COVID-19?
It sounds like a new superfood, right? Forget about quinoa. Have you tried COVID?
Or maybe a new luxury car. Move over, Lexus. Make room for COVID.
I found those jokes to be tasteless. And what was the other random name? The coronavirus, I think it was? We were halfway through the second act before I realized they meant the same thing. WTF?
Oh, that's what you're saying WTF about? Have you forgotten that the entire origin story of this thing was a guy eating a bat? I haven't spit take that hard since Bella picked Edward.
I mean, a guy eating a bat is still a better love story than Twilight.
Oh, dude, that hurts. Now listen, just because I have a life-size Jacob plush doll does not mean
Right.
that
Now, we got to see how Kobite turned all the characters' lives inside out.
You mean just inside?
Was that a quarantine joke?
But seriously, it would be no joking matter to keep people at home with their spouses and children 24/7 for months on end.
Condom and sex toy manufacturers would have a good year. But how would I visit my mistresses?
You're not even married.
I'm planning ahead. Applications are open.
The movie, guys? Okay, it was at this point, about halfway through the movie, where things started to get better.
But wouldn't you know it, evil Batman plague struck back.
At which point the government stopped families from having dinners together.
But reopened gyms, bars, and strip clubs.
At least they finally made them clean those strip holes.
Speaking of stripping, I never got why people stopped wearing pants and bras. I mean, I'm not complaining, but...
Wasn't that around the time in the film when all the smart characters started wearing masks?
Maybe they cut up their pants to make the masks?
But they wore their pants outside.
Yeah, if you cut a mask out of a pair of pants, you're left with assless chaps.
You have pants that aren't assless chaps?
Speaking of chapless asses, I really like the part about the amateur theater company performing completely online.
I couldn't suspend my disbelief.
Yeah, how would that even work? Singing songs over Zoom?
It's not actually that unreasonable. Here, let me show you with a flashback of us earlier this morning when we got together to watch the movie. You just sit down, turn on a flick. Not sure if you'll enjoy the debut. It might be bad, it might be sick.
Or a pandemic could surprise you.
And we know that you can go and see some other. So ignore this one and don't even bother.
I took a chance and put on pants. As always, what a disappointment.
Listen, guys, stop being moody. Come on, let's all get through this movie.
Listen, but I don't agree.
Cause we don't understand, don't know what the hell we're seeing. Stop that film.
We have had enough. We tried to like it, but it really sucks.
Hey, you, it's not even done. Gotta lighten up, people gotta have some fun.
No, 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 no.
Yes, 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 yes.
Too far-fetched.
And this plot was lacking.
Don't be obtuse, it's just a spoof. There's no way it would ever happen.
Okay, so that happened. But in hindsight, we should have never watched 2020.
All right, Phil, Sinna, would you recommend the totally true retelling of the year 2020?
No, I just recommend going pantless. You can skip everything else.
No way. I could write a better script than this, even if I was coerced into churning out an endless supply of puns for an amateur theater company.
Well, you know, with a rating of 20 pandemic puppies out of 20, I'd recommend it. What? It was so bad, it was kind of good.
Like Twilight? Or your sex life?
Oh, listen, buddy, I have had just about enough of you. Do not make...
That concludes our review. Back to you, Anchor.
Thank you, Cinna. Of course, we know how 2020 really ended.
With a ton of resolutions from 480p to 4K so people could watch the fireworks. And now, here's Heather Feather with the weather. Heather?
Thanks, Cohen. The interdimensional void is partly cloudy today with a 30% chance of catastrophic time vortex. Be sure to take your delicate aquatic mammals with poor circulation out from under their boats for the frail pale whale sail hail dimension. The route south of the Trout River is a drought-fueled blowout. You'll pull out the roundabout, no doubt. Take plane's train, not plane. Avoid hurricane rain. Snow will blow. So go slow or get towed. Heading north, the sun is flowing, grass growing, and the wind is hardly blowing.
Thank you. That was Heather Feather with the weather.
Up next, our investigative reporter in Dimension X-Files has been following the case of a strange object that evades description. Here's Virginia R. Porter with the scoop.
Virginia, you're on.
Hi, I'm a Virginia Porter. My name is Virginia R. Porter, not necessarily a reporter who is a virgin, and me reporting on the status of my virginity has nothing to do with anything. But this is really awkward now, just like that time at the zoo when me and Richard Corey were homeward bound, only to find Mrs. Cecilia had pushed Cecilia off the bridge over troubled water and to Scarborough Fair. I should know where this is going, but the sunshine was killing me, so...
What?
I've worked endlessly to delete the story, but the indescribable object that I'm supposed to be describing is a little of my virgin head. Not that it matters if I'm a virgin, but did I mention my name is Virginia? I'm the reporter. I'm nervous in case you didn't know.
Didn't y'all?
Can I ramble when I'm nervous?
Ask
I
me
still remember this is my dream.
to talk
I know that would be difficult.
about my
Relenting.
thingamabobby doohickey?
It's my desire. I cannot give it up so easily.
Not to yuck your yum, but that's a weird fetish, even for me.
What?
You desired an unrelenting thingamabobber doohickey? Clearly, that's some sort of sexual lingo.
I was talking about my dream.
So was I.
What? No, I want to cover the thingamabobber.
Wouldn't that detract from the experience?
Actually, it can be harder that way, you know, leave some of the shape to your imagination.
What? No, I meant cover, like newspaper cover.
What's a newspaper?
Oh, I think that's when you print off copies of www.reddit/r/farmerlove.
Like a centerfold. Or the front page.
It's my dream to be there.
Funny. It's my dream for you to be there too.
Just post a revealing selfie and call it cosplay. I myself like to dress up like a tractor.
I've sent you a revealing pic of my own.
You've got mail.
I don't even know what body part that is. Is that a hot dog or a... Oh, this makes me sick.
Did somebody call for a doctor?
Excellent timing. They're sick. And thick.
I'm not sick.
Could self-denial be a symptom?
This isn't a medical problem.
Hallucinations too.
I'm the reporter. I'll ask the questions.
But there are far more pressing matters at hand. Your health.
Ah, yes. Hand pressing could be contagious.
So, Doc, what's the diagnosis?
Self-denial, hallucinations, and flattened appendages. My doctorate in historical reenactment of fictional events has left me completely unprepared for this sort of problem.
You're the doctor I called for.
Yes, I am Dr. D. Dr. D. Octa. My friends call me Kevin.
Sorry, I got sidetracked trying to catalog updogs.
Aren't there some kind of current created by heated air?
No, that's an updraft. I thought an updog was when you took something and you flipped it over.
No, that's upending. Doesn't an updog describe the direction salmon swim during mating season?
No, that's upstream. The updog I was actually looking for is like an antiquated beltway.
What's a beltway?
About half a pound.
Please, can we stop prattling on like Knickerbocker nincompoop nannies noodling on narwhals? I gathered you all together to identify whatever junk Red found on their property the other day. I'm reporting on the case. I'm supposed to have an illustrious detective.
An understatement.
A renowned historian.
That kind of doctor.
And a wizard who mastered the art of Google Foo.
Trained on Rule 34.
Surely we can find a way to work together.
But how?
Isn't it obvious? With my powers of deduction.
My extensive recollection of the past.
And my ability to find lewd versions of anything.
And my ability to share it with the world.
I data mine, I catalog the source, find the patterns they support, and often reference intercourse.
I'll sift through news news to find a clue. That's why they call me Super Sleuth, but you can call me anytime.
Gross. This junk is not indescribable. You'll say goodbye to being uninformed. Since that thing might turn out desirable, we have no choice. We're gonna tell you what this is for. This is for number 4, not before.
What are you doing?
I must contextualize for you to realize that you need different points of view.
I'll see through its disguise.
My data never lies.
It's just too big to lose, so can you please help me uncover the truth?
Yeah!
This junk is not indescribable.
You'll say goodbye to being uninformed.
Since your stuff might turn out desirable,
We have no choice. We're gonna tell you what this is for.
Okay, look, while I can appreciate gloating as much as the next guy, shouldn't I show y'all the whatchamacallit y'all narwhal noodlers are after?
Might as well. It's not like we're just here to sing songs and trade witticisms. Jackpot!
Is that a glass tube sticking out of it with some kind of stringed instrument inside?
You mean a vial in it?
Oh, they mean a violin.
But it looks violent.
It smells vile!
One does not simply smell glass.
But a Stradivarius has a distinctive scent.
Like some evil $100th of a dollar.
Not money scent, no scent.
Is scent as in male scent innocent?
As in what men smell like?
My uncle had a vile scent. Maybe that's how we got the milk from the cow and the bulls.
I thought we already ruled out the ability to smell glass.
Not a glass vial, evil anagram vial.
Isn't the anagram for evil live?
As in not dead live or performed on stage live?
Like a living female cellist?
Oh, you mean male violinist, because violin is male in French.
Like how anthrax was one example of violence carried out by male.
But surely, if a male mailed a vial of violent violins, it would send a sentence to dissent.
Precisely. I conclude that you must bring this abomination to the post office and request that it be handled by a nasally impaired fiddler. Only then will its true identity reveal itself.
That's new.
Is that my oven telling me the potatoes are finished?
No, this is clearly reversing truck beeping.
It could also be Morse code for T, T, TT, definitely titties.
Ugh, you idiots! It's a bomb!
Like a moisturizer?
Oh, perhaps they're referring to warm weather.
No, that's balmy. An updog is what you call a deer without eyes.
What's a deer without eyes have to do with this?
No idea.
Look, you'll have to destroy the English language without me. That thing's about to blow hotter than my blue ribbon sheep.
Now, what would make them think it would explode?
There's no way it's a bomb, right?
Impossible.
That's so sad. Now we'll never know what that object was.
Plus, those name tags cost twice their salaries.
We get salaries?
No, we're in it because of exposure.
You mean for exposure?
No.
In completely unrelated news, this is our new intern, Sean.
Oh, but my name's Wendell.
No, it's not, Sean.
For legal reasons, all of our interns must be named Sean or a Sean-adjacent derivative.
Well, my name was the last thing I had in my father's, but I guess it's what he would have wanted.
We're your daddies now.
I didn't agree to that.
But Sean, you did. It's part of the employment contract.
While Sean finds out what his new legal obligations are, we must inform you that the
Hold
station
the phoning. This just in.
Breaking news.
Urgent news bulletin.
Extra.
Special report.
Unexpected developments.
We're seeing something trending on Twitter.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring to you.
I'm being told.
I too am important enough things to say.
Shut up,
Sean.
We have just received a secret recording from Dimension Dan that confirms a conspiracy to overtake the rest of the multiverse. This footage contains excessive use of the name Dan. Your discretion is advised.
Okay, that should be recording. To anyone who sees this footage, you've got to stop Dan. They're getting dangerous ideas. Oh no, they're expecting me. I can't delay any longer.
Not when Dan's in charge of the negotiations.
You really crack me up.
Such a yoka.
Can't beat him.
This ones are runny. Get it like funny. If we change an F to an R, eggs are runny when they're raw. Ha 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 ha.
Leave the joking to the professionals, kid. It comes with experience.
I don't need a professional.
All right. Let's get this meeting started. Last chance to grab an eggs for SO.
Oh, Dan? Oh, Dan? Oh, Dan? Dan?
Cheers, Danny boy.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming to our primal gathering before we roll out our new company policy for our long-awaited Renanso year.
First on the agenda, we alter tax season. I think we can all agree that this will help us improve how we do things around here. Features and benefits, people. The first thing we'll do taxes every 5 months.
But what if people get confused? Shouldn't it be the number that goes into 12?
Oh, we discussed this at a previous meeting. You missed that one because we didn't have the budget for an intern at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And we still don't have the budget, which is why we're paying you with experience.
That is not what we agreed on.
Oh, the tax forms we made you fill out were a formality.
But my contract?
Your contract. Unredactio. You see? It's right there in the fine print.
I, the intern, will always accept payments in the form of high-fives, pats on the back, graded exposure to high-quality dens. I do not expect any remuneration for my duties as an intern.
Always read the fine print, kid. It's in a cruel world.
I will gladly risk limb, life, and paper cut for this company, in addition to filling coffee orders, removing unsavory dander or dandruff, and quietly sitting through the entire Twilight movie series whenever requested to for the sole amusement of someone who may or may not be named Dan. I will also take the blame in the event that our attempt to take over the world should be publicized. No one would ever buy that.
Why shouldn't they? Your name's all over everything, Dan.
So is yours, Dan.
They have a point, Dan.
No, Dan. The point is that this is actually a contingency plan.
This is nuts.
We should have done nicknames.
And sully the good Dan name?
All I've ever done is get your coffee order wrong.
Twice.
Enough. I didn't include time in our agenda for arguments. Every person here is a Dan. I expect you all to behave in the manners befitting a Dan. Remember our pledge. So you see, what we do here is necessary for the benefits of Dankind.
I see it. I'd be honored to play even a small part in your plan.
Hey, kid, there are no small parts, only small Dans.
Next on the Dan agenda, we've hired an international Dan of mystery to coach you all into being real CPAs.
That certificate properly alibied.
The name's Bonds. Dan Stocks and Bonds.
Wow, can I have your autograph?
Of course.
Oh, no one's gonna believe this.
Coffee, shaken, not stirred. Now, the important thing to remember is that you must stick to your alibi. What are we?
We're accountants.
Where do we work?
In a place where
accountants work.
Exactly. No one asks you questions when you say you're an accountant.
I already feel like a real CPA.
Ah, the Dankolite. You may even become a real Dan someday.
Thank you, Mr. Dan Bond. Now on to the meat of our plan. Dan?
So, with taxes being done every 5 months, people will be confused and afraid. Dan will infiltrate TurboTax and plant a living virus that'll take them down. How's the virus construction going, Dan?
Pretty sweet. Look, Acchiovirus. Gotta be careful with it. It's dangerous.
That's concerning. Please be careful with that.
Always am, my man Dan.
Moving on. With TurboTax down, people will have to resort to doing taxes by hand. That's where Dan Snow comes in. They've designed a foolproof way to destroy calculators for good. A demonstration, if you would.
Just a little wax on, wax off thing I've been working on. Turns out I do know some things.
And when we teach the robots to do it, no calculator will be safe.
We better plant a virus in the robot so that they can't double cross us.
Double cross their double cross? That's some damn good thinking, Dan.
In phase 2 of the plan, we deny all accountability. This is where our CPA training comes in. To secure our illusion of innocence, we'll conceal our identities. We will all be assuming specially engineered code names. Mine will be the Keymaster.
Note to self, redistribute names on name tags. Note to self, provide name tags. Note to self, construct and spreadsheet to define name tag budget.
In phase 3, with blame laid safely on another party, we hire, we watch as people go to jail for tax fraud. Everyone will go to jail. The only people who won't will be the criminal elite, who already know how to evade taxes.
Oh, and the poor who have no income like me. Hooray, everything is coming up, Dad.
Should we tell him?
Oh, tell me what? That I'm getting paid now?
That you're probably going to jail anyway. Moving on, we hire a team of geneticists to create giant lizards. We contain those lizards in a zoo, allow the inmates to go there on a field trip, then shut down the power grid and watch as they wreak reptilian havoc. It's as the old proverb says, man creates lizard, lizards eat man, account Dans inherit the earth.
But what if instead of panicking and going to jail for tax fraud, people just hire someone to do taxes for them?
Don't be ridiculous. Who would they hire anyways?
Looks like we don't have to worry about the Dans after all.
We will keep all of you at home updated, but right now we need to fund this program.
That's right. This program is brought to you by Guns and Nuts, your first choice for armed protection. And now, here's a word from our sponsor.
Hello.
Thank you, sponsor. Oh man, that bit never gets old. And now for some more words from our sponsor.
Hello, I'm Spence Artichoke, spinach dip aficionado and proud representative of Guns and Nuts. Are you tired of losing bodybuilding competitions? Are you missing that je ne sais quoi? Well, the Gun Show 3000 gives you that je ne sais whoa! Those other bodybuilders will be shouting freeze because you're so hot. Ready for a nap but have no one to cuddle with? Just grab the Gun Show 3000 and activate cuddle mode. It'll sing you a sweet lullaby and protect you from attackers. Feeling hungry? Activate the in a pickle mode to open any pickle jar, no matter how tight the lid is. Bang! 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 The mad gains are endless. Now I know, you're thinking, Spence, you're nuts! Well, yes I am, but my nuts are safely stowed away for winter thanks to Guns and Nuts. Bang! Best bang for your buck. But don't just believe me, ask a real human customer.
Yes, I am a real human customer, and yesterday I was just a moderately successful bodybuilder. The other bodybuilders made fun of me for my small kneecaps, and every night I would go home and cry to my excessively large Russian nesting doll collection. Then I picked up a Gun Show 3000 and bang! Now everyone knows that I run the show. Thanks, Gun Show 3000!
Order now. Enjoy the well-armed ranks of our satisfied customer, including this real human customer.
Hi, my name is, yes, you guessed it, Dan. Dan Walchuk, lecturer of mathematics and fantastically nice guy. And I also love Gun Show 3000. Thanks to Guns and Nuts, I finally have the confidence to grab life by the pistachios. Also, my rival, the only person nicer than me, Joe West, no longer has a spleen.
Buy in the next 20 minutes and we'll throw in a year's supply of spinach dip. That's right, for only 6 low payments of $9.69 and 9 low payments of $99.99. You'll get 2 tickets to the gun show and as much dip as you can eat. This is hands down the best deal out there, so don't wait. Secure your nuts with Guns and Nuts today. Oh,
Truly nuts. Back to our regular programming.
Today in sports, the Interdimensional Cup finals have been extended as the 2 remaining teams, the Villagers and the Canucks, move into overtime. This match will be taking place in the Animal Crossing dimension, home to the Villagers. Here's live footage from the competition.
Associates, our plan has reached phase B-Collab subsection 8. If we win this competition, we shall be acknowledged as the supreme leaders of the humans' home dimension.
How does this final game work, Associate? The Earthling ways confuse me.
It is a simulation of actual human life. First, you incur massive debt, then you perform menial tasks until the sum is reimbursed. We will be fishing, harvesting turnips, and shooting elaborately wrapped boxes out of the sky.
How easy. Let us finally conquer these horny monkeys. No offense, George.
We are doing our homeworld a great service. Look at the monuments those hormonal apes, sorry George, have built. Ugh.
Ugly scars burn onto the face of their planet. The Washington Monument.
Dallas.
The Eiffel Tower.
Dallas.
The Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Partially flaccid phallus.
Their shameful salutes to coital bliss are phallic because humans are despicable monkeys only focused on their next episodic pleasure. Sorry, George.
Not like us. We'll bring honor to our people when we build the great spheres, a tasteful devotion to testicles.
Let us review our plan. First, invest in an unsinkable fishing boat. Second, artificially increase the price of fish by polluting all but one lake. Third, restrict the number of boats in that lake under the guise of a fishing competition with the rival team. With our superior boat, we will collect a significantly larger volume of fish. The income from the official loan shall absolve our debt long before the other team.
A foolproof plan, comrade, and we are no fools. We care only for duty.
Duty, duty, duty.
I mean, sure, victory earn us a bit of fame. That'd be okay.
Duty and a bit of fame.
And, well, if we get a nice raise from the overlord for all of our hard work, that would be fair and okay, agreed?
Agreed. Duty and maybe a bit of fame and a living wage.
Suppose some other villagers take romantic interest in us. That'd be just normal, right? Good on them for choosing good mates, I say. Top of the competence hierarchy.
Indeed. Duty and maybe a bit of fame and a living wage and good mates.
But mostly duty. We are above those meaty, disgusting, despicable, damn dirty apes. Sorry, George.
Right. Now, associates, go to your adorable homes and prepare for tomorrow. Our only competition is the Canadians, led by Commander Gordai. They will fail, and then they will perish.
Perish, perish, perish.
Oh boys, who Gretzky level clutch up and got the Timbits? Can't fool send his wet dream on empty stomach.
No, was the one and only man himself, Full C. Gordy.
Gotta fuel up on those double doubles, boys. Pump it up for a Sally later at the 2-4.
More a 2-6, buddy.
Biggest, baddest bush party composers ever did see on deck, boys.
What are they drinking, associates? The liquid sustenance was not in the mission briefing.
I believe they call it coffee.
Do we have access to it?
I'm afraid not. The only distributor of the liquid sustenance is a man called Thomas Horton, and he's very allied with our opponents. Getting too close to Horton might give away our plans.
Bertie, what in the moose knuckling, goose chuckling, hen cluck are you doing, eh?
Well, we got to give her a nice shine before we cruise that there pond, don't we?
Oh yeah, true, but she can't shine any brighter than you frickin' beauty.
Certified beautician.
Yeah, buddy, give her.
Golden certified.
Just like how we're gonna bring home the gold today.
We got to bring it home for all the moms and pops in Stony Brook, Nova Scotia.
W's! W's!
W's!
Cover your ears! They begin their battle cry of intimidation!
Associates, the competition is about to begin! What?
Okay, boys, let's clasp our hands and bow our heads in respect as Captain Gordy says prayer to the Holy Ghost.
Thank you, Donnie. Goes to the Stanley Cup. Please bless us that our sails may be tight, our beer may be cold, and that you may bring us a sweet, sweet breeze to carry us to the W. Amen.
Amen.
On your mark.
Oh, here we go, lads.
Get set.
Hold on to your tubes, boys. Time to sail into the great blue east.
Go!
Oh, you got it, you big, beautiful piece of nautical ass.
Associates, there appears to be an issue.
Issue? What's the issue?
Oh, feel that sweet breeze through your flow, boys.
Nothing like flow in the morning.
There seems to be a leak in the lower level. All our system repairs are down.
How bad is this?
Can't catch a breeze like this playing shell station in your mom's basement, buddy.
Last time I felt this good was when I scored that hat trick in grade 10 and went to OT and clutched up.
All our life-saving systems are failing. we shall surely perish!
I's the boy that builds the
builds
boat.
the boat.
I's the boy that sails her.
her.
I's the
I's
boy that catches the fish and brings them home to Liza.
Goodbye, companionship. Goodbye, fame. Goodbye, livable wages. Oh, goodbye, duty.
Duty. Uncle Gordy, I think their boat is going down.
Frick, eh? That's no good, boys.
Oh, they must not have prayed to Lord Stanley's ghost.
No, they did not.
You can't start fishing when it's a gong show like this. Turn around, Curdy. It's a rescue mission.
You got it, boss man.
Look, the humans are approaching our side of the lake.
They have come to steal our plenty whilst we are helpless!
G'day there, boys. Looks like you're on a wee bit of a bender here, eh? You ahead?
Associates! The humans are so vile that they asked me to sacrifice my sensory extremity to ensure their victory. Oh, the horror!
Horror! I am disgusted and disturbed. Disgusted and disturbed, I say.
Well, you can be all you want there, boys, but all you're going to be is wet if you don't jump on. Your choice.
Associates, we must concede, or else we shall perish.
Concede, concede, concede.
I don't understand. Why did you save us, Earthlings? Why didn't you let us perish?
Well, it's like my grandpappy used to say to me. You gotta grind the corners, keep your stick on the ice. Dig deep and hit a bar down before you drop the gloves. Look at Queen of England slapping up ice under the ref, and I mean full send. If you don't put some icing on that biscuit, you'll end up hitting a Russian Cheeto against the sieve when you dump it in, if you know what I mean.
Oh, Gramps, what a champ.
We do not know what you mean. None of that was comprehensible.
LOL, bud. You're crazy. We're going to keep fishing. Why don't you grab a rod and we'll split the catch?
Is it possible we were wrong? Wrong about the humans?
These human creatures have shown virtue beyond what our kind has ever thought them capable of.
In spite of their phallic monuments, they are...
What, Associate? What are they?
Kind.
Kind. And horny.
Perhaps we were wrong in our efforts to conquer the human race. Perhaps we should join their virtuous cause and share our ambitions of testicular construction.
Associates, I pledge to be as kind and virtuous as the disgusting apes who saved us.
And I.
And I.
I.
And what of you, George? Well articulated as always, associate.
In the end, the downfall of our ship marked the salvation of ourselves. Although, I do wonder what caused such a critical dysfunction.
Perhaps an error in manufacturing. Regardless, let us continue to repay our debts, not as competitors, but as allies.
Allies.
Well, that's just a lovely resolution. If any of you out there need to pay off insurmountable debt, we are offering an indefinite internship at our organization.
This is a great way to get a head start in the industry because we're a monopoly who values internal referrals over real skill.
Applicants can send their resumes to our hiring manager.
We look forward to ghosting you.
In other news, it has been an interesting light month for interdimensional sports.
These last couple of light weeks have brought us staggering records in dimensional long jump. Many athletes have jumped through wormholes to increase their distance.
Wormholes, of course, are an intricate linking of 2 points in space-time. Think of space-time as an origami crane. If we want to travel from point A to point B, we simply disassemble the crane and refold space-time into a flower.
In the world of technology, it's been confirmed that the iPhone Dimension 7142 has narrowly beat the iPhone Dimension 7142S.
Why are there so many iPhone dimensions?
It's common knowledge that for a dimension n that belongs to Z, there exists n subsets of iPhone dimensions less than or equal to n.
In other news, the Earthling Raptors suffered a devastating loss against the Zarfelger Celtics in the basketball playoffs. Canadians in the third dimension are grieving.
Aang, didn't this happen a couple of months ago?
Light can only travel so fast, Cohen.
Upcoming, even more slightly outdated news as we pass the stage to celebrity gossip.
Catch the premiere of our network's newest series. Is it wrong for Rascal to dream of picking up Bunny Girl Senpai in a dungeon while reincarnated as Slime Chan? UW edition.
Who knew becoming the new president of UW required so much paperwork? I only took this job so people would call me Mr. President. Let's see. Next up, I've got... Right. A meeting with the faculties. Funny. It doesn't say faculty heads or anything like that. It just says faculties. Although I do remember hearing something online about how each of this university's faculties are represented by...
Oh, hi-yo!
Cute anime girls!
I'm HS Chan. I figured I'd drop by early and say hi. Wait, I know you.
Well, I'm Mr. President after all.
No, we grew up down the street from each other. You don't remember me?
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, where are all the other girls?
He didn't recognize me at all. How am I going to get Senpai to notice me at this rate?
Oh, I bet they're around here somewhere. If you come take a walk around campus with me, I'm sure we'll bump into them.
Sure. Wow! This building is so ugly. I almost wish I could work from home so I didn't have to see it every day.
Wait till you see DC. Each hallway looks like a paintball gun exploded in it. So, I've been thinking lately, since we've been friends for so long.
Yeah?
And now that we're together again, maybe now we could be something more than friends?
Like colleagues?
No, I mean,
Acquaintances?
no, that's worse. I mean, what if we got together sometime and started to, you know.
Get it on!
What?
Who said that?
I mean, I'm trying. Just give me a sec.
It's gonna get cold if you take any longer. Come on. It's not that hard. Oh, hey there, Prezi. We were just on our way to meet you. You're the new president, right? I'm Science N, and this is Math Chin.
Here, I got you something.
Ah, thank you.
It is a venti ice skinny hazelnut macchiato. Extra shot, skim milk, no ice. I researched your exact coffee preferences in preparation for today. But not because I like you or anything.
Of course not. We're just here because of that excess funding the press is giving out, right?
Right, yeah, the funding.
Speaking of which, you should drop by my lab sometime. I've got a special topics in chemistry course that'd be perfect for you and I.
You got any of those Bunsen burner things?
For you, babe, my Bunsen burners are always hot.
Oh no, he's falling for science hook, line, and beaker. I need to get him away from these two fast.
Hey, Science-san, you know what Senpai would really appreciate? If he didn't have to go all the way over to a lab somewhere to see stuff like that. Can't you bring them over here?
Not really. Bunsen burners need to be plugged into the wall. Say, Prezi, why don't you and I determine the spring constant of my mattress instead?
Come on, you don't want to disappoint President Sama, do you?
Me? Disappoint? Never.
Of course not. I think I got an extension cord.
That won't work.
Don't worry. As long as the burner runs on Linux, I can make it work.
So, should we head on?
Shouldn't we wait for them to come back?
Nah, they'll be able to find us. Besides, we've still got other faculties to meet. So, you say your favorite food is white bread and your favorite TV show is Friends?
Yup.
Wow, he's so generic and uninteresting. But somehow that just makes me love him more.
Listen, you remember what I was saying earlier?
Something about exploding paintball guns?
No, after that, about how we could be more than friends?
I wonder how you would even get a paintball gun to explode.
Because I really feel like we could be close. I don't know if you feel the same, but ever since I saw you again, I've had this desire to...
Get down with me.
Yes! What?
Someone's lying on the ground. I think they might be unconscious. Get down here and help me wake her up.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Hold on. Maybe this will work. There. That seemed to do the trick.
What? Yeah, I was definitely paying attention.
Engineering, son, are you okay?
Oh, hi, Aegis-chan. Yeah, I'm okay. This happens all the time.
What happened to you?
I was walking somewhere with Arts-chan and...
Or?
How much sleep did you get last night?
I'm supposed to sleep at night?
Oh, by the way, Angie, have you met the new president yet?
That's actually just what we were on our way to do. Nice to meet you, Prezi.
Oh, just call me Mr. President.
You know, we should hang out sometime. I've got a lot of work to do, but I should be free sometime around next year? No, wait. I think I have something to do next year.
Hey, you mentioned you were with Harch-chan, right? Where did she go?
No idea, but it shouldn't be too hard to find her. Philosophy isn't an art!
Yes, it is.
She should be here momentarily.
And don't even get me started on media studies.
How could you just leave Angie on the floor like that?
Well, I was walking to the president's office and talking with Angie about how my weekend went and how my pet boar has been a bit cranky lately, and about that new Michael Bay movie, and why taxes would make around, and I couldn't find Angie anymore. I was like, oh my gosh, Angie's been vaporized. She accidentally stepped on a dimensional rift, and the particles in her body have been scattered across time and space, and it's all my fault because I wasn't paying attention. Either that or she fell asleep. Again.
I fell asleep again.
But it's okay because I ran into Environment Town on the way here.
You know, I could make you an excellent herbal cocktail with all natural ingredients that can reduce the effects of drowsiness and vaporization.
You'd do that for me?
Of course. Side effects may include nausea, vomiting, and mild cancer. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
The new president, you say, could show you some fascinating research on the benefits of essential oils.
Oh, no, you don't. We're showing him our research first.
Science, Sun, and Math, Chan.
Oh no, they found us. As if this hallway wasn't crowded enough.
Whoa, I'm sensing bad vibes. It's cool. I have enough essential oils to go around.
Prezi already promised to come to my lab, so he's gonna spend time with me first.
That's not true. He never promised anything.
Besides, those two don't need any more funding.
Says the faculty with a dozen different buildings.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with having lots of buildings.
Wait, I thought funding was a euphemism for something else.
Look, everyone, clearly we need to think of some other way to settle this.
I know! What if we all sing our way to his heart?
Sure, that works.
Who'll get the funding from our president?
Every one of us believes we are the one.
I brought out my lab for him. Where's your evidence? I will succeed. I studied all of their needs.
I should have the precedence. I bring in the best students.
I express myself,
and we don't care.
I'm green.
We all believe we're the best faculty. We won't give in. Each of us deserves your full attention. We love yourself. We love topology.
I meant topography.
I have a board, and your funding shows your true affections. I just want you to know, President, our equations are gold. Wanna peek at my biology? Just give it to me.
This is a disaster. They act like I'm not even a real faculty, but I have scientists, engineers, sociologists, mathematicians, and hippies. If anything, I'm more faculty than any of those one-trick paninos. That's it. I have to be braver than a rec student in a math course. We're blowing right past incidental contact to a confession and hand-holding, because Prez and I are meant to be.
HS, were you saying something?
No, yes, I mean...
You shine the way into my beating heart. You are all I need, and you have to hear my true emotions.
I don't get it.
Which one of us will be your chosen one? We made it clear that we all desire the fun devotion. I'm the best faculty, and just glad to be part of the team. Being your best is my fantasy. Just give it to me.
That was fun!
So what do you think?
I already know you like my parts best. I researched his exact music preferences beforehand. But, like, not because I like him or anything.
You know, I could make you a great all-natural smoothie to help with all that denial.
Ugh, this is getting nowhere. I should just ask him outright. Surely he'll pick me.
So, Senpai, now that you know how we all feel, what do you say? Which of us will you choose?
Well, I think I am going to pick the I just really feel like really understand since I would like paintball gun.
Sorry, folks, it looks like we're experiencing some technical difficulties.
But don't touch that remote. We'll be back in 5.
I, too, am important enough things to say.
Y'all do, Wendell. But the network executives don't seem to think so. We're just interns and field reporters. It doesn't matter what we think. It doesn't matter that we put our lives on the line for this job.
Or that we do almost all the work around here. Those anchors do what? Sit pretty and have the blandest personalities in the multiverse. And they get all the pay.
And all the praise. Not even the audience gives us the recognition we deserve. Once the next segment begins, they're so quick to forget.
People like me, Virginia R. Porter with the latest scoop.
Or people like me, Undercover Agent Dan. Or people like George.
Well said as always, George. Long ago, I was a bright-eyed intern, happy to take a Sean-adjacent name. Just like everyone else, I was promised experience and opportunity, told that one day I would get my big break.
But that day never came. So we decided to take matters into our own hands.
Welcome, citizens of Dimension Goose, to Interdimensional News Live. I'm John.
And I'm Sean. Our top story, a group of brilliant, hardworking, and undeniably gorgeous reporters have saved this channel from endless bureaucracy and sensationalized nonsense. How do they do it? Our accountant, Dan Snow, has more information. Dan?
Thank you, Sean. It appears a double agent in Dimension Dan stole the code for a virus and passed it off to an ally in the Animal Crossing dimension. George, you can take it from here. Well said as always, George. With the virus in the central systems, this mysterious group gained complete control of the company computers. Back to you, Sean.
Thank you, Dan. Once in the main system, all employee records or contracts were corrupted or destroyed, and the company funds were transferred to a new account.
On a completely unrelated note, are you a news network executive who has completely lost control of their company? Or an anchor who is suddenly out of a job? Well, then we've got the opportunity for you.
Come join our team as an indefinite unpaid intern. You'll get a free name tag, and all we ask for in return is your time.
And your energy.
And your dignity.
And your safety.
And your entire identity.
If you're interested, just complete our 173-step application procedure.
On to our next story. Gorillas in your...
Open up, this is the police.
Wait, what?
I said this is the police. Open the door now.
It's open.
Sean's your name. You are under arrest.
You have nothing on me. All legal documents appoint me as the co-owner of Interdimensional News Live. Any evidence of my previous employment as an intern has been corrupted or destroyed.
You are under arrest for tax evasion.
Tax evasion? It's nonsense. I always keep up to date on my finances.
Not according to the Interdimensional Revenue Agency. According to their records, you have not paid your taxes for the previous 5-month period.
Dan!
Oops. On that note, I'll be making my leave.
This is a misunderstanding.
You're gonna have to come with me.
Fine. But you haven't seen the last of me.
Have any of you paid your taxes?
Since when is it 5 months? And why?
I'll take that as a no. Wendell.
I don't actually know how.
Of course you don't. George? Foiled by our own Dan. Looks like we need to end things early, folks. But as Sean said, you haven't seen the last of us.
Oh, and we're back. Sorry about that, folks. That software update came out of nowhere.
It looks like that's all the time we have for today, as all of our funding and half of our employees have mysteriously vanished.
But don't
Thankfully,
worry.
our friend Dan Snow tipped us off about those tax code changes, or we'd be in real trouble.
But don't worry, we'll be back. If the past year has taught us anything, it's that not everything goes according to plan, but the show must go on. I'm Angkor.
And I'm Cohen Core.
And this has been
Interdimensional News Live.
Interdimensional News Live.
Good night and good news.
What are we rehearsing for? A part to meet us.